Hello everyone, my name is Rodney Robinson and I administer the Facebook group Pendulum, Dowsing and Energy Balancing. This is the second in my series of videos on the subject of dowsing and psychic protection. Because it is such a very important subject, I really wanted to underline some of the areas of practice in your pendulum dowsing that helps to keep you safe. Now, I began in the previous video in terms of looking at the pendulum that you use, because I know that a lot of people are just using any bits of weight on a piece of string, which you can do. You know, any old hook or nail that can swing will give you yes, no answers, and you'll be able to use it fine. But is that the very best tool to use for your dowsing? In my opinion, no, it isn't. Because if you have a dowsing instrument that is of a particular frequency and vibration, don't forget, all objects vibrate and give off a frequency. And when you're doing any kind of dowsing, of course the pendulum is spinning and it is forming a vortex of energy within your biofield. So there is a degree of risk. And the degree of risk is almost on a spectrum, depending on what you're doing. Now, I do see in the group, for example, that people use their pendulum and they speak to it as if they're speaking to a spirit. And this may be somebody of their family, someone who sadly passed away in the past. It may be their guardian angel, or their what they consider to be their spirit guardian, or something of that nature. Now, all of these things carry a degree of risk. When I did my mediumship training, it was very much impressed upon me the importance of personal safety and psychic protection. Now, I'm not going to say that when you pick up your dowsing pendulum that you can't use it to help you in mediumship activity and in contacting the spirit world. But if you're going to do it, I would say be aware of the risks and make sure you do it in a safe manner. Because whenever you contact the spirit world, you should really do it from a place of safety that is created during a meditative practice before you do any form of communication. And this often involves contacting with your gatekeeper guide, who is there to ensure your safety and bringing over into the field of communication only those spirits who have passed to the light and that are not trapped spirits, or perhaps spirits that are of a non-beneficial nature. Now, this in itself is a very large subject, and I may run out of time talking about it, so I'm just going to speak about the subject quite briefly. But it involves the fact that we are connected via universal knowledge and via a network of what can be described as a network of singularities or wormholes. And these are on the quantum level, which connect every particle of physical reality with every aspect of the infinite knowledge. And when we talk about the infinite knowledge, we can think about it in different ways. We can think about it as the unified mind. We can think about it as the source, the divine source. We can think about it as the universal mind, which connects us together, from which all information can be accessed. When I do my dowsing, this is how I think about the dowsing process. And how you think about the dowsing process can also be a measure of protection for you. Because if in your mind you're connecting with other dimensions going into the spirit world, you have to be very sure about what you're connecting with. And this brings me back to the practice of safety. And if you're going to do that, I would just say do it safely, find out about how to develop your mediumship in a safe way and how to practice it in a safe way. Now, pendulums can be used to enhance your psychic ability. They can be used to enhance your sensitivity to the spirit world. And again, this needs to be done safely. And I would suggest that if you're going to be connecting with the spirit world, you find out from somebody who is a medium, somebody who can do this safely and can teach you and give you some mentoring in how to connect with the spirit world. For me, dowsing, or rather I should say my own personal dowsing, I don't consciously do this. If I'm going to use any form of mediumship faculty in any way, shape or form, I mentally separate that from my dowsing and then use a different protocol in order to do that. Now, I may use my pendulum to help me to do that, because it's important to understand that pendulum dowsing can be used in virtually any modality that you work in, whether it be spiritual, whether it be energy healing, whether it be considered the more physical aspects of energy manipulation, such as acupuncture or earth energy correction, that kind of thing. So your dowsing tool can be applied in any way. So this is what makes the field of dowsing so large, and actually can make it difficult for people like myself to talk about it in these videos and keep it succinct and focused on the particular subject that we're talking to. So let's come back to the actual the pendulum. And as I said in the previous video, the pendulum can be a firewall by virtue of the fact that it actually emits its own energy. And this is where I strongly disagree with those that just continually make the rather irritating statement that a pendulum is just a weight on a piece of string. I would urge you not to think of it in that way. And here we have a biogeometry pendulum that emits a range of subtle frequencies that connect with the higher dimensions. This one was designed by Ibrahim Karim, and he talks about a particular energy quality called biogeometry 3, because this particular one emits three aspects of the universal energy: the higher harmonic of gold, the higher harmonic of ultraviolet, and the higher harmonics of negative green. Now, these frequencies emit out in the physical space, but they also are crossing dimensions as they go out in the levels. So they go to the higher levels of our spiritual reality. And in biogeometry, it's considered, and let's face it, biogeometry is, although that term has been trademarked by Ibrahim Karim, he did not develop the principle. The principle is as old as the universe. It goes right back to the formation, the creation of the universe. So we have this network of energy which goes out into the field and connects us with everything. And in effect, it's what makes dowsing possible in my book, because when I dowse, I sense my own connection with all that is. Okay. And I suppose a lot of it is how you look at your dowsing, what you feel that you're connecting with. But if you have a pendulum which naturally emits without you having to do anything, without you having to program it or do anything particular with it, that it is naturally always connecting with the higher realms in a particular way, that safeguards you, because the frequency of such is of such a high level of frequency, a high vibration, that it leaves behind anything of a low, dense, low vibrational nature, of which the harmful energies are part of, and that includes negative entities, such as spirit entities, entities that are related to low-level emotion, and of course the lowest, densest energies, the demonic entities that can be the most dangerous if they come into your energy field or attach in any way. So I see the pendulum as a firewall against that, because it becomes very hard, in fact impossible, for some of the most densest energies to attract or attach to the pendulum and also to your biofield, if that pendulum is also raising your vibrational frequency to the level that you have already a zone of protection around you. Your biofield itself becomes a bubble of protection against which low energies and entities find it very, very difficult to penetrate. Now, you can strengthen this bubble of protection around you by all sorts of means. And one of the means is doing your ritualistic protection at the start of your dowsing. And for that, I would refer you back to the excellent document called Psychic Protection, which gives you some decrees which help to strengthen your protection before you start your dowsing practice. Now, I talked about checking your level of psychic protection, and to do that I use the simple percentage chart that I've referred to in some of my other videos. And people have asked me, well, how do you do that? And it is really quite simple. It's like any chart dowsing. You swing your pendulum in a neutral to and fro manner, hold it over the dowsing chart, and I would ask, in the name of the highest good, please indicate my percentage degree of psychic protection just now. And then it will give you can read off your psychic protection. Now, this should be above 100% on your percentage chart. Another way you can do this very quickly by holding the pendulum in the air and asking, is my psychic protection remaining at 100% or over? And you can get a yes or no response by just asking, is my psychic protection still at 100%? And it will give you that. Now, I want to underline the importance of checking with your dowsing chart your psychic protection. So when you've done your decrees, well, you can do it before, but do your decrees, which are on, for example, the sample decrees that are given in the document I've just mentioned, and then immediately after do that check. Now, if you're doing a session, you can close the session at the end of that, and all will be well. But if you're doing a lot of metaphysical work through the course of a day, check through the course of a day your psychic protection, and you can check that it still remains very, very high.